Okay, so I know a lot of y'all are tracking this story right now, which is, I think we all should as Americans to want to question things that could be threatening to us in general, or that are very interesting that our government's allowing. I am retired, a 20-year United States Air Force, done special tactics, was jumping out of planes, seen a lot of countries, and know a little bit of the understanding of lingo and nomenclature and names of things that from airspace, international airspace, the rules and stuff that like how some things happen and how we get away with things in a time of war or things like that. So uh, this doesn't make sense to me. There's some well, mind you, there's always going to be things that don't make sense to me because they don't have all the info. A lot of times, none of us do. A lot of times, a civilian, when I say civilian, a person who's never been in the military, will see something and be very upset about it, thinking, oh, how can we do this? But they've also were never given the full information. If they got the full information, they probably would understand the reasoning, even though they might not like it. I might not like it. But if we had the reasoning, we might understand the decision that was made. In this situation, I don't I feel like even if I knew the information, it still wouldn't make sense to me. So I want to discuss it and see if y'all are seeing the same thing or if I'm just the only one that's out there thinking this thing. All right, so first off, this recon balloon or this surveillance balloon from China that's flying over the United States right now. And I don't want to just say it's flying over one state because literally it's flying over all our states within our continent on a specific flight path that's like hitting a lot of the military installations. So right now, General Miley, who oversees, and I think some of y'all might know this, and if you don't, then I'll kind of slowly talk a little bit about it. General Miley is the guy that oversees all our military, and he speaks to the president, giving him the best plan of action and multiple plans of action. They call it COA, so the course of action. He's going to give him multiple courses of action, plan A, plan B, plan C, or COA A, COA 1, COA 3, etc. And the more severe, the more course of actions he's going to have. Each branch is going to provide a ton of detail and resources to the good and the bad of all the plans. The money it's going to cost, the casualties it will cost, the repercussions it's going to cost, etc. This has to get sent to the commander in chief. It has to get sent to your president. When he goes to your president, he has to make a decision on what's the best plan. So at the moment, the only thing we know, because we don't know what those codes were, we don't know what the plan, like why or the facts. We're not read in on intel. All we know is what we see in the media. And the media is giving us what we see in the videos and pictures and cell phones, all that. So we got a supposed spy balloon. The reason we know it's a spy balloon is because the two F-22s that flew up to see it said they concur. The satellites that we had that can zoom in really, really well concur. We have a lot of sources that reported that that's what they are assuming it is. Well, our commander in chief, Joe Biden, said that they are not taking action of taking it down, shooting it down, anything like that, or diverting it. Instead, they're allowing it to continue its target fight plan, and I don't know why. I really don't know why we're allowing this. I do know that in international airspace, there's a lot of different rules than there are if they're in regular airspace, if like flying over a regular state. So that balloon is not in a local state area's flight plan. It's not in traditional, so it has different rules. It follows different treaties. Yes, but but when it comes to certain things of war, it's like when you're in war, there's a low there's this code that we all got to follow. We don't all have to follow it. Americans follow it, but where we have to give precedence to the safety and care of others, even in prisoners of war, etc. We have to treat them equally. So that's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's that's something that we should want anyways. But in this situation, first off, that's an unmanned aerial aircraft, supposedly. There's nobody flying inside it. So that's just a balloon, supposedly, with the recon. Why are we allowing it when we know that before any major... So first off, seeing this alone, the biggest red flag is this. Before any major contingency or war or something, there's training that's involved, or planning and prepping. And that's what the recon's for. So, and a lot of times, you'll gather the data, and then you go over all the ways that you're going to contribute that data that you just received into an actual plan of action to do something about it. So this is very alarming that we're allowing someone to gather data. Now, one of the justifications for not worrying about it is they're saying, oh, well, if China wanted to get information, they could without having to fly something like that. I'm sorry. If that makes sense to you, make it make sense to me, because I'm confused right now. Honestly, I am really confused with that one. Because I get it. Yeah, China, I guess they can hack or pull stuff from TikTok, because I guess there's a lot of other ways, which I'm not saying there's not. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying. And then another way to debunk it, they're saying that since we had old technology of air balloons, was like old technology, that because it's an old technology looking thing, they don't really care about it. It's like, is that for real? Like, is that really a talking point about this thing? Anyways, I am very shocked that we are allowing this. We could fly a Cessna over Area 51, they'll shoot it down in a heartbeat. You fly an aircraft over the White House, guess what happens? So I'm just saying, this doesn't make sense to me. It's very, very odd that our key leaders are turning a blind eye to something so serious that almost every American who reads this story is questioning. I'm gonna watch my words a little bit here, but I think you know what I'm getting at. I personally don't think this is right. My opinion is something's very sus on why they're allowing it. So I would love answers. If you have any info, if you are military or know anything more, have some resources you can add, without crossing any barriers, by all means. If you got opinions, drop them in the box. Let's hear it. Good and bad. Let's keep it PG though. Let's not have any harassments, if you don't mind. Keep my page clear from that. No hate. I know we're all going to disagree, but let's disagree with a good care for each other. Yeah, I appreciate you watching my page. If y'all like kayak fishing, go check out my other videos. That's normally what I post. But every once in a while, I see a video that interests me that I think it's important to talk about. So I appreciate y'all watching. You're watching Nauti Fish. I'm out here in Virginia. Love to fish. I love to talk. And love to meet new people, too. So if you're out in this area, don't forget to drop me a PM. All right, y'all. Deuces.
Yeah, so we've been monitoring the balloon. We are aware